Everyone, welcome back to my channel. So far we have already let's see learn how to what is let's see the functions, how to write the functions, how to write let's see and classes, let's say with object oriented programming, how to create let's say a constructor defining the methods and attributes and etc. And if you remember last video, for example, for this mini project, I have defined let's say a small project which is let's say reading loading the images. It's just stack of functions that doing something, let's say some operations on the image. And if you remember this now, when I try to call this, I have to call this function and attach all these functions, let's see, this attributes. Now, in today's video, I will try to do this here, these functions, but in object-oriented programming. And this is not only, let's say, applicable for computer vision. This could be applicable for any field that you would like to, let's say, to build your program. So if you just follow, you can just, for instance, I'm using here image processing. You can use whatever you want for example, from your images, from your functions. So it's not, let's say, relevant, let's say, static or let's say only applicable for this. So you can do it for whatever you want if you are not a computer vision. And yeah, if you like these videos, this series, please subscribe into my channel, like the video, and of course, if you have any question, drop a comment, and I will answer it, of course. So let's now jump to the our code. Now, currently, I'm in section 4. I will try to create one, let's see, file. So I can also, last video I have promised that I can save all functions in a separated file and use it in from, let's say, a main function. But I had just forgot, so I can do it right now for this project. So I have to create now, let's see, a class. It's called image processor dot py, and this is my file. And now to define the class, first I have to import the OpenCV, it's OpenCV, CV2, and also import OS. This is the only, let's see, package that I would like to use in my project. Now, as you can see, this is the file name, and now I have to create a class. So we already learned how to create a class, starting with class, then the class name pro image processor, and like this we are defining our class. So as you can see here, I started with a capital letter, and also the beginning of each word should be, let's see, capital letter. And now here, if you remember here, what I have done in this project, I have to load the image. But before this, let's define our def. Let's just def init. So what we'd like to do, I will try to make it, let's say flexible. Sometimes you might send an image, you just read it from a main or from your safer from a TCP IP or MQTT or any resource, or directly from a camera. So you can just send the image here, or might be you need to work with files name file. Let's see, image path. Or sorry. Okay, so these methods that I would like to integrate it, or let's say implement it in this class. So init function initializing the class with optional image, load the image. Sometimes you need to load it from a file, save, display, result. Reset. So somehow, if you, let's say, convert the image into grayscale, and now you need to work with on the original image. So, and also resize the same functions that we have done here. So let me just add, I mean, update this one here. Okay, and for this we need to save self dot image is equal image. We need to make to create a copy, so we can return our image. Let's see. As I said, if you somehow rotate the image and you would like for the next time you would like to work with the original image, so that's why we need to make a copy from this. And sometimes, let's see, maybe this is it's not provided. I also can add it equal none. Maybe the user has no image, so but the parameter has to be. Oh, I think this is has to be none. It has to be required, right? One of them has to be required, so we have to move it here. Either the image has to be valid or the. So now I need to copy the image, but sometimes maybe the image is none. So I have to add this condition here, copy image if image is not none. Else, else, write it none. So I hope this is clear, because if you follow from the beginning of my playlist, I think this is clear. This is the compact if statement. And now I need also to, let's see, self dot, I need to define another one, original, original. Let's see, original image, just to make it clear. And also we need to make a copy from this image if it's not none. If it's not, let's see. So, or maybe we can just save with this. Let's see. We can make a copy dot copy, but sometimes it's maybe it's empty or null. So we can just keep it like this. I think this should work. Now also we need the file name. We need to save the file. So why we are saving this parameters? File name. These parameters, or these attributes will be used in the upcoming functions, for instance, load, save, and display. So we need to add for every one we would like to use, we have to add itself. This is somehow the easiest way to do. So this is, let's see, the function, and I will add now the load function, load. Now this should have the file name, or maybe an image path. This is fine. And self dot image. If I'm using file path, I mean, or maybe I can do what? Let me just do it like this. So self image is equal cv2 dot image read, and we need to add the file name. File name. Yeah, see, I have also do this mistake. We have to add for each function inside the class. We have to add the first parameter has to be self. And yeah, this already explained in the last video in a more comprehensive way. Now let's see. We can also add try catch or maybe if statement. Let's try just if self dot image is none. So if it's none, this means that the path, the file name or the file image path is not valid. So we have to raise an error here, value error, and you can see here, maybe you can add this, the image path, and add the image path here. Let's see, file name is not found, or is not valid, or is not valid. Okay, and we don't need to write else because it will be else if the image is not none by default. And let's see now we need to save, I mean self original image is equal image self dot image dot copy. We need to make a copy from this image. Okay, and we can also okay, maybe you can add this as well as none. Why not? So let's just do it like none. And if it's none, and the load function has to have the image file, the image file name, it has to be file name like this. So this is our load function. And what is missing here? We need to return. We need to return the image, right? But one a perfect, let's see, or let's see, efficient way is we can return self. The self it will return every member here, for instance, image, and it will return image here. Okay, now let's see the second function we can save. We can use save. So we need to def save and self def, and see the functions has to be indentation with the same. I mean, it has to be with the same indentation here. And let's see save image. Okay, I'm already 12 minutes. Hopefully this is okay. Now for this, what we need to save, we need file path. And let me just show you this last time for the project 3. We have a image name and we need image and also image path. But here we don't need the image because it will be tracked in this class here. So we will take the image itself. We don't need to use the image. And because why? Because here, let me just see. I can add here if the file path is none, file path, okay, is none. What we have to do here, okay, so let me just think. I need to make it, let's see, in a good way here. Sometimes we don't have the file path. What we can do, we have the image name, right? We have the file name, this one here, file. And for this, we can extract the name. Let's see, name extension, and with this os.path dot split text, and we need to use the file. So okay, self.file. What's wrong here? Split path. This one is and now here we can see I have extract the name and also the path of this. Okay, now I need the file name, not so let's see here os.path dot file dot base name, and here I have to add this. So instead of this one here, because I just only need one image. If you provide a path, uh, let's see, uh, C or D or blah blah blah, and I just need the name of the image itself. And for now here I can see file path is equal I can see, for instance, just save it in the same file path. No. Okay, for wait. Yeah, I have done a mistake here. Let's see. Just remove this. Or just keep it like this. This is fine. Now the file path, it will be, let's see, F. Let's see, processed image. And here I need to add the extension. The extension I need also to add dot, then extension. This will create our file. I mean file name. Now I can see here cv2 dot image. Okay, image right. And here I have the file path, file path, and also the self dot image. See, I need only the file path, and the image, it will be taken from using self dot image. This is already saved in the, and also here I need to return self. This return self, it's helpful for when you try to use the chain. I will just show you what I mean by chain in when I finished, or maybe, yeah, when I finish. Just okay. Let me just copy the rest of the files here, and I can discuss that with you. Okay, so you can see this is the save function, and now we have display image. And the display image, I have added this function here. As you can see, it's not in a it's not a member of the class. Why it's not a member of the class? Because there is no self before this function, and I have done this in a purpose, so I can show you that I can use even a function from out the class inside the class. And you can see here this is defined here, and sometimes you might also need to change this the weight and weight key. So instead of, let's see, every time changing the class, so you can just define it outside the class. And I think this class won't be, let's see, change it during the implementation, I mean the production. And let's see, go to the next one. Yeah, so we have seen display and reset. When I say reset, I need the original image. So the original image will be taken from the image will be copied from the original image. As you can see here, it's always copy. Um, and the grayscale, it's also, this is the same functions here. What is the difference? It's just only a self. The self as a parameter for the function. And if I would like to use anything from the class, I have to use self here. So that's the let's see the difference. And here's the rotate, flip, and crop, apply blurring, and etc. So now I have written this let's see, a class. So now how to use this class? So for this I will try to use another file which is called mean. Let me just show. This is the class here, and I can create another one here. Let's see, let's just call it mean. Goodbye. Now what I have to do here, I have to import this class. So to import this class, what I have to do is go to here, and from the file, this one file, just write the file name, image processor, import what you would like to import from this file here. For instance, I would like to import maybe this, or you can also import this. But let's just try to import the image processor. The file name, it's not needed to be image processor. This is just to maybe a hint. So now if you can see, if I just click, tap control and click on this image processor, it will just jump to the class, the definition. And if you need to import several stuff, you can just see like this import. So I can now importing the display image, so you can see this is the function. But let's see, I don't need this function right now. Okay, so now I can also see, as you see here in this function, I have used the parameter, or let's say the arguments. But now to make it, let's say, simple, I will just use this. So now I have to use this file, I have to use this image processing, I have to use to create an object. Yeah, sorry. Okay, to create an, or maybe without even creating a object. But let me just first create object. Processor, processor is equal image processor. And you can see here, I have to add the, let's see, the image name, as you can see here, maybe file name or maybe image name. But let's see, I have no image name. Maybe I have this image here. I can use this. I can use this image. Let's see this. Copy, rename. Let's just, we need to copy the name. And let me just show you. Okay. Now I can see processor dot dot. I can start with dot load, and maybe I need to add the class name here, the image. Then this is the chain. I can now add the second function. So let's see, resize. Maybe resize is 300 by 3. Okay, 300. And the third one is, so might be, for instance, save. And you would like to save the image. If it's not valid, let's see, just like this. Class processed.png. And you can also see display display the image, and you can see also the display image, what is the required parameter. So title is not needed, let's see. And now this should run indeed. And by the way, let me just, before jumping to this, I can add, let's see, load image. Hi guys, I have changed the load function because I'm just thinking we have to provide the path, image path here in the constructor, and the load function has just to load the image directly. So let's say jump to this one here, and we have to create, let's see, so you can see now I have initialized the processor with the class name. So you can define the path. Also, it's better to define this. And now let's say I have to add this function here, this calling here, which is, it will try, okay, it will try to load the image. Now resize it and save and display. Let's have a look how this should work. Okay, where is this? Let me just add a terminal. Okay, so now let's see Python and main. Okay, yeah, I need to build 3 shell. I have to activate the Python, the env. So now I can type Python main. Now this self dot image self. What is the error here? Self image. Okay, you see it. Oops. It's in line 55. In line 55. Okay, it should be file indeed. Only file. Was it 55 file? Then file. So let's try again. So now you can see it's showing the image, and also it saved the resized image. So I can show you now if I go here, and you can see this one here. So you can see this is a processed image, and this is the original image. You can see it's a large image. This is one, let's see, 1.2 megabytes, and this is 100 kilobytes. Yeah, let's go back to this, and let's see, you need also to uh, load load oops okay, load resize, and let's see, for instance, here we have resize, right? And I can see uh, reset, not reset, reset, then dot save. So now it will resize and also reset and then save. This should save the original image. Let's see, Python and then me. And you can see here this is saving the image, and also has no attribute. Okay, wait a minute. Do you mean typos? Yeah. Okay, you can see, for instance, in line 16, you can see here in line 16, reset, there's no original image. Why there's no original? Yeah, so this is the developer, let's see, live. So now you can see this is doing the first command, then it will try to reset and display the image itself. But maybe this is not, let's say, relevant for you. And what I can do, by the way, you can just add also directly here, copy and file name, and you can see from here, copy, then without defining an object. Let's try Python me, Python me. So you can see it's also with the class name itself. Okay, but let's say you don't need to work with this. You also need only with the class itself. So you can see, for instance, processor dot load, then processor dot, let's see, resize the image to 20 by 20, then processor dot save. This you can see resized dot png, and you can also You can just use whatever you want. But let's try this. Just let me clear this. Python me. And you can see now it's saved the image because they have nothing to do with the special, I mean, display. And you can see this is 20 by 20. So you can see the dimension as well here, 20 by 20. And I think, yeah, uh, this is how to, let's see, create a class with for the image processing, and also use the chain. But let's assume someone don't like this return, let's see, self. I would like to return, let's see, the image itself. So what you can do is just return, for instance, you can do this as well, of course. So return, I need also to have it the image, and the image you can use it for any other further processing, and that's it. So for instance, but this the image itself, the image, it will be used by other functions. It will be this one here. But if you would like, let's see, to use this image after loading with somehow different let's see, functions, for instance, like this, we need to use this. And let me just load, and I can go here, and also I need to import this function, and here I have load. Now image is equal blah blah blah, and here display image, it's image. And this also could work. So let's see, Python main by, and I can also use return the image from the load, and also use it as a for further processing. Yeah, I think this is enough for today, I will see. And maybe as a good practice for you. So as if you see this project here, I have used a argument parser here, and try to use the C in this class here. But one hint, let's see, just to give you one hint, this you will not be use it in a image processor. You have to use it in the main. And let me just see if you can do it. And if you have any question, just drop a comment below, and or a question, and I will answer it. And maybe I can also do it for you. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.